Okay, let me know when you're watching. I'm just trying to resolve a small issue with my mouse buttons. This is a very RSI inducing game if I use the default scroll button to rotate the camera. So I'm wondering why the setting did not get triggered for this application. The mouse setting that I normally use. Hmm, the sound is also still on speaker. Hold on, guys. So, again, if you're there with me, let's test the lag and give me a sign on Telegram. In the meantime, trying to get this mess sorted out. The mouse buttons being out of order, trying to destroy my finger joints. Bum, 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 bum. We're going straight to Papitoburg today. I'm feeling it. I hope the volume levels are modest enough to hear me properly. I hope the lag gods are in our favor. I hope the rain gods are in our favor. And I hope for the next 20 minutes or 10, everyone can just piss off. So we at least got this moment together. So who liked my Juno Birch tweet? I got 3 likes on that. Everyone but Juno Birch. I think Juno Birch is too famous to care, which is fine. I mean, she is a celebrity. Probably should set the Something totally interrupted my train of thought. I'm sorry, apologize. I hope the next one won't crash and burn. Okay, who left that here? Was probably not one of the kids. But one of the kids can still clean it up. I hope this won't be a gross groceries type of disastrous run. What we need, and I'm not sure if my game settings actually allow for it, bit of rain. Bit of rain on our gardening parade today, so people that are watching this show don't need to go out and help their ancient ancestors to clean up the garden. But let's see if it actually works, because there is a setting that disables rain, and I actually playing with that setting because I absolutely hate rain normally. Now the question is, can Papito force it? For the sake of having a good bro time. Yeah, the weather machine is quite an event. Okay, so spontaneous rain won't happen. But Papito-induced rain, that's totally cool. Now that we're here on this island, we got a nice calming island rain. Hold on, is anyone actually watching? Just gonna check if I have an audience. Oh fuck. Oh, there's a Juno Birch video where she built a prison. Let's have an audio preview of that.
So when people come and visit Joy Desperate, or they come and harvest the meat from Joy Desperate, then they can come and do that here. Oh my god.
I mean, I'm not disappointed. That's what I would watch this for. Okay, so my audience has yet to arrive. I may have to do the weather machine again. You know what? I'm just gonna be a shitty streamer and restart. Boom. Did you hear the Joy Desperate audio preview? If you go back in the timeline a little bit, you should, like just a little bit. I streamed it just before you entered. And you get a little audio preview of Joy Desperate. I mean, Juno Birch. Preview of Joy Desperate. I got an audience of 1. That's exciting. I'm only 9 minutes in, and already so many people entertained. Possibly that's my own view, though. I mean... I'm just gonna patiently wait until I get a sign of life from my bro. Okay. Good. Then... Okay, it seems that Telegram is having connection issues, so I don't even know if you can test the lag properly that way. But let's say send a message now. Okay. That's not bad. It's like 5 seconds or something. So. Okay, what you missed the first time was Papito using the weather machine, and I'm gonna show it again so you don't need to keep scrolling back. I may also show you the island a little bit. The sacred island. Yeah, it was pretty fast. Still, for a stream that prioritizes the speed over the quality, I think YouTube could do better. I'm not sure if it's any better on Twitch without a partnership. But for now, this works. I like that the videos get archived immediately and permanently, and that you can always rewatch them if you need to hear my voice. For whatever reason. So I logged this household before, and then the kids were actually the ones in the living room. It's kind of just randomized where they are, it seems. Because they were at the same point in time. This is Wachi. Wachi just recently turned into a vampire, but he's actually a white tiger. Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, never mind what the fucking Sims are doing. I mean, they just talk gibberish. You can just as well watch Juno Birch for Sims. They do more interesting things than mine. If the teens clean up mess, they get improved character values. I don't really care that much, but I don't think Papito wants to do this one. However, Papito can use his own handiness skill, which he has maxed out, I believe. Yep. To operate the weather machine without risk of... Pause. Who said you could sleep? I mean, I don't mind that. This is where it went wrong. Adjust the level of free will that Sims demonstrate. What is this, fucking Westworld? It almost is a more simplistic and desperate version of Westworld. But yeah, I guess it is. Less autonomy and more raining on people's garden activities. Raining on people's plans. So I know now the second time that I'm doing this, it's actually going to work. Because I have an option that sets the rain options to none, no snow, no rain. No temperature effects. We don't need none of that. Weather's always agreeable. I barely can tolerate that there is nightfall. And I can only tolerate it because it's useful for sleeping at times. Or useful for hunting vampires. So, the weather machine is a whole sequence of wacky animations. They look a bit off because I shrunk the weather machine. Typical. It's just a very big and clunky weird machine, like like that women in STEM stuff that you saw in the trailer for Echo Living. This game really has a fetish for oversized machines. But I like my things. Ouch! Micro. I don't know why Pepito is all evil professor about it. He's just making it rain. And now the world is as it should be. So it's time for a tour of Pepito's house. This is the most historical and important house in the entire game. And everything that I think every new DLC more or less gets tested here first, or one of the first households where I use the new decorations or activities. It has been upgraded a lot. It used to be very simple, relatively. The outline, the front has always been more or less the same, but I added all these frills, pillars to see that it's not default or anything. I added that to give it a bit of more slick look. As new content was released, new windows were released, and I basically kept redesigning the house. It kept evolving and growing like a coronavirus. But then cute, playful coronavirus. The petting zoo kind. So upstairs, there's just a mess room where Papito does various things, and there's, because of all this oversized machinery that I do like to use on some households, I just needed to sacrifice a room for it. I know, it's amazing. I will show you later in what ways, for instance, this has been remodeled. Because I still have an older version of the house as well. I shrunk this one. It's actually bigger, and this one is still the normal size. This is a microscope. I mean, I feel like it's an overcompensation for something. I am well into micro stuff, but come on. Have some modesty. This is where you can make robots. And it's way too much effort to do so, so I haven't yet. You can make toys though. Balcony. I believe there's a ceiling over the swings. So he can swing and only get his feet wet. Probably if he sticks out his legs. This may actually get damaged from being outside. And I just put it there when there was no... when Seasons wasn't installed. There. Now you're no longer cold. Shh. There. So, okay. So this is separately... This used to be separately accessible. This top floor was top secret, and you could go there with a flight of stairs that was placed here. But I changed the doors, and at some point modular stairs became a thing. When modular stairs became a thing, I was able to add them to the hallway, so you wouldn't need to go outside anymore to reach the top floor. And modular stairs means that you can basically bend them a little. I can't really do much with them here, but for instance, I put them outside in a place where there's enough space to twist their spine, and then I can make them L-shaped or U-shaped, etc. Well, this wasn't possible before. They were only straight for the longest time, for years. Now they are gay. And that means that my houses can be more gay as well, and it means that I had room here without altering the layout too much. This is like, it was always tricky because this is a diagonal room. And diagonal rooms don't really align with the grid, and somehow grids are still a thing in this game. Think you're lagging slightly, the gay stairs, but that's okay, it wasn't really important. So this is tricky because it just has so much less room. One problem with stairs is they can't be placed diagonally. I think that's what I'm trying to say. There was gonna be like this, or like this, and then be in the middle of the room, which is one reason why I couldn't really have stairs here until I could make them gay. But that was an important part of the renovation. The rest is, a lot of it is aesthetic. Although these rooms have been, stairs have been here when they were all straight stairs. And the layout was, so the stair, oh yeah, and didn't have a basement here yet, so the stairs went from a bigger part of the living room. This was the living room. The stairs went straight up here, and then the bedrooms were on this side. I can actually show it probably better than telling, unlike a certain cowboy show, you know. This is a mod. I mean, The Sims 4 wouldn't be so cool as to add a billiard table. It likes to add new wacky things. It has a ping pong table, but come on, a pool table would be so much more badass and mature. It doesn't, but yeah, it mature is the last thing this game is trying to be, so. And here we have, well, first of all, we have Bucky in his upcycled seaweed outfit, his kombu bra. He's very sweet. He is the daughter. Why is it gonna say that? Maybe it's the word sweet. It got me in the wrong track. But he's the son of Pepito. Obviously. That's some paintings that Pepito or Uno or someone made of the plushies. The plushies have names. I don't think they show. Oh yeah, they do in the bottom right. This one didn't get a name. That is actually the default name. Only the big teddy bear ones can be renamed. This is probably the only reason I have Mikotaiger and Coplio. These little stumps with a tiger are the only reason I kept toddler stuff pack, because it's just a bunch of crap for toddlers, which are, well, we do not speak of them normally, but let's say they're pretty loathed and loathable and disgusting, and I wish I could kill them and put them in the Joy Desperate freezer. So normally I don't do toddlers and I don't do toddler stuff, but I did like these stumps a lot. Oh yeah, this is kind of like Pepito's room. He likes to play here. You'd think it was for one of his sons, and it has been as well, but he's the one that plays the most here. I think Bucky is childish, so despite being a teenager, he will still play with the dollhouse and Pepito together. Yeah, that's how they bond. Okay, so this is a room that I spent actual time and thought into decorating. It's purple, light purple, lilac, I'd say. So Chinese music is back with a vengeance again. Actually, I can show it for a bit. Let's see if there's anyone who wants to play with him. Yeah, he can play with it as well. Name the dolls? Name the doll family. Okay. Oh, right. I wanted to show the doggy. And then I got distracted by Bucky's feet. This is Shiba Inu, believe it or not. I based him on Fres. No. I based him on the white tiger plushie from the sticker. I mean, some things you just need to roll with. They're the natural way. You know, I don't want to mess too much with it. The doll family has always had, also in previous versions of the house that were in a different location. I think that part doesn't get saved to the... Maybe it did, but at some point he had a different doll family. And they always had a name that suggested they were going to die horribly. So this feels apt. I don't know what the name was, but it was something that suggested fatality. I'm trying to send you the White Tiger Cup on Telegram right now. But I think you've seen him the other day. I just don't remember the sticker set. Oh, there he is. So that is Vachi, the original version. Originally, so I made him as a Shiba Inu, and then I actually over time made him as a sim. Yeah, but I sent so much crap. I can't expect you to remember everything the first time. At least I don't expect people to remember everything, even the third or fourth time anymore. Because, you know, just professionally, it's healthy for me to lower my expectations. This is Zarasto Zaprush. We know him from dating Amasha and from being a lazy serial killer. World's laziest serial killer. Who just lies around and waits for people to walk into a death trap in his house. And if he's really tired of it, he makes some very bad puffer fish. And he's good at cooking very badly. And he lived here for a while. Also, the gun is a mod. It's not something that you can actually expect from EA. That's sort of edginess. I mean, yeah, you can expect toddler stuff, but not a gun. What's on TV actually? This is I think footage of The Sims 3. They use older Sims footage to make horrible TV shows out of. TV shoes. I don't know why I said that. Pretty Freudian, huh? Okay, so here we got the bonding. Come on, Bucky, come on. Stop watching this French comedy crap. I'm just tearing down the walls so we can get a better view. They're just being sexy and sexy giants together, I guess. It looks like he's about to vernum his doll. But yeah, the interaction is a bit limited. It's just like they sit next to each other and shake this around like... He's drawing the doll. Blub blub. I don't know how his reputation went up from that, but his dad is very. I guess it's because his dad is very impressed with him. Well, that was cute stuff. Let's move on. Okay, this is a rocket, or could become a rocket if the people in this house actually care enough to put it together. This is just some gardening stuff on the balcony. If it has a ceiling over it, it means they can grow certain plants and herbs and blah blah blah, even when they're out of season. So I've seen the first floor. There's someone in front of the doors. Uno. Uno was raised by Papito. He was actually the original resident with Zachary in this house. I don't know. Can I invite him in? Yes. So he has a very long standing and deep bond with Papito. I guess you need God to clean up your trash. I thought I told Wachi to do it, but sure. Let the hand of God do it for you. That was Uno still complaining about. Oh no. Why did the dog? Why did Dog Wachi poop in the house? Dog Wachi? Dog Wachi, was that you? I know Cat Bucky doesn't do it. Alright, I don't think we really see him yet. This is the cat version of Bucky, who we just saw playing upstairs. Nothing to see here. So the living room, it has some very nice views if you look around. Like his house is, I actually bothered to decorate every corner of, so that love and effort really shows. Go play with the hamster. Go play with. I'm sorry. In the beginning, when I was playing this, I was very desperate to use that word to implement all these names of plushies that I have. So when I redesigned this house, I put the stairs in a separate hallway here. Before it was all a bit more connected, all the rooms directly. So the kitchen would directly connect to the living room, but I expanded the house size. I made a hallway here. And then the hallway became more like the central hub where you have the different areas, the different bedrooms you can access. This is not your bed. This is not your bed. I'm feeling sometimes I'm a little bamboozled. It's where they sleep and things like they don't remember where they sleep sometimes, or a bed gets upgraded or slightly changed and then I forget it's their bedroom. So yeah, it does look cozy. Whenever I play the game, I feel like coming back here because it feels iconic. If not a little messy because Sims don't clean up their shit. They do complain about it, but they don't do shit about it. Uno is a geek, so he loves playing video games. Although everyone loves playing video games, even if they're not a geek. But let's say this is in character for him. Going straight for the laptop. These are custom paintings. Uno probably made these, or Amasha in this case, I see. Amasha is also quite creative. Papito raises all these creative kids. Anyway, that's Papito's house, his yard. If you're still with me, I'm gonna show you some other parts of the island. I recently changed around some houses. I don't know who lives here even. Zwachtel lives here. This is the actual Kiawa. Like, the hamster came first. Then I made... It's not Kiawe from Pokemon, by the way. It's actually an official plushie. Turned into a sim. I have a lot of pets, so there is a bit of crap in this world. I moved Zwachtel here, the Death God, or the Grim Reaper in my game. Then... This is not a cafeteria at all. I forgot who lives here. I think it's Kuros. I think Kuros lives here. So that was also a recent addition because Kuros wasn't a thing. But it used to be Lane's Cabana. This is the Dome of Madness. Circus Nelly. That's an annotator that would take too much time to explain. It's a house in a house. And it's worth showing properly and more in depth sometimes. Because it's quite creative and exciting. But I would have to visit it to show the basement part, which is where all the experiments happen and the Joy Desperates live. Yes, this is happening. Okay. How dare they? Leaving up piles of leaves in my game. Okay, and this is... I wanted to have one iconic site on this island. This is a very large lot, as you can see, compared to this 30 by 40 lot. 20 by... 20, I guess? 30 by 20. Anyway, this is a 64 by 64 lot, and it's ginormous. And because I love this island and it's Papito's special place, I wanted to have an iconic piece of architecture here and always leave something cool on this lot. And this place has a lot of work in it and a lot of redesigns to make it look like this as well. I don't know what this style is. I think I can call it Saddam Hussein style. Like, it's very modern and rich. Saddam Hussein-topia. Oh yeah, without autonomy they don't even take a piss without my help, so kind of need to tell them to do that in the meantime. Oh, right, I can't do that. Puppytopia also has a really nice layout and interesting history to it. It's absolutely stunning, but I don't have time for it now. Just gonna give a quick bird's eye tour for Giant's POV of the place. It has a back entrance, but it doesn't really connect to anything here, so it's mostly just for show or for completionist sake. There's a plane here that doesn't work, but I tried to get the... I don't know, I wanted to have the idea that they're rich fuckers. Simon lives there, by the way. That they can actually get around a bit faster than on foot and all eco-friendly. It's purely just conceptual, though. It's a conceptual plane. I mean, a lot about this place is just purely conceptual. So This is probably my favorite neighborhood in The Sims 4. It's just the right size. The houses are close enough together so you can always see another house while you're playing in a single household. And then you can have at least the idea of the other Sims living there and doing their thing, even though they're not in the moment that you log a single household. You will not see Simon go around Puppytopia, for instance. In the meantime, you will definitely not see him flying that decorative plane. But it is kind of my dream fantasy to live on this sort of nice private place if it's not raining and if it doesn't have autumn, which is why Sulani is so perfect. The Polynesian one, the Kava archipelago. It is quite perfect, but it has its flaws. It just doesn't really have the sense of that. I don't know. I feel a lot of it is just a bit decorative, and here I feel I can really go around and explore a bit better. The nature just looks. Uh, I think Solani looks good too, but the backdrop and everything is better here. Just a bit more attention to detail. Like with the island, tropical island, you don't really get much of a view. You don't have it right now, but I thought it would disable rain in the build mode. Anyway, in Solani, you just have a really empty backdrop. And here, if it's not rainy and it's not cloudy, you can actually see pretty far. You can see all the all the flat mountains in the distance. But this line just sort of ends. It's like the ridge of the world. Anyway. I made it rain, which was actually the original purpose for which I came here. I got a little sentimental talking about this island. Very passionate about it. I'm gonna have Zwachtel meet his dark self. It sounds cryptical now, but you'll see. At least let's try it. This is not a house I built. First of all, it's not a very nice looking house on the inside. And secondly, I don't like roofs. I only like flat floors that happen to cover the room below it. I don't do. Oh no. Oh, behind you. Where did it go? My vampire magic is not that strong. Look at how empty it is. This is like a default house as it is shit with the game, or this particular game pack. It's called Strangerville. And at first glance it looks okay, but this is a very boring neighborhood. Otherwise it's just a long road. There's nothing on Papito Island. It just goes from here to here. I demolished stuff. If I'm not using a neighborhood, I demolished. Where is Joker? Good question. She is murdering the salad. What? Only the Joker can do that. Oh, okay, there was a counter. I don't believe that counter was there before I complained about it not be, you know, that she was just tossing some puke in midair. A beautiful voice, a gorgeous voice. She doesn't even put down the knife. Like, this is really a try. Don't try this at home tutorial. Everything she does, just puking in a bowl and then eating it. So I'm going to try and piss her off. Come on! How many introductions do you need? Okay, I do like how many plants they copy pasted here. But that's maybe because I have a thing for cacti and stuff. I'm a little weak for that. What I don't like about this neighborhood, Juno knows what's gonna happen. Juno knows what's gonna happen to these quote-unquote stunning individuals. What I don't like is that the lots really don't align with the road. So as soon as you have a bit of pavement around your house, it looks off because it directly borders on the grass. Here's the same. And as far as in the entrance, you know, an entrance of a house is often a bit in the middle. This one is okay. But no house should have an orientation like this. I'm sorry, this is not sane. Is it a weird curve here? And then where would the house be facing? Like this direction? Just didn't like that. Whatever I put down here, it looked weird. Simply because it's weird when the door is not aligned with the road to me. I'm very fussy about those things. A little bit OCD maybe. I just don't like it. Geometrics are sacred to gods. He just straight up teleported to her to introduce himself. So he just poofed away, then back to introduce himself. And I can't stand that sort of dumb behavior. Secondly, he should be running around and not teleporting. So now he's really rude. In the next moment, he can just be, oh, how was your day, darling? And then he just smiles. I don't trust his smile, actually. Look at him being all chummy after insulting her just now. That is the part, I mean, that Sims don't really have personality that much in this game. They can do this autonomously as well. They just randomly pick a course of action. And usually they pick friendly ones, unless they're mean Sims. But then, if they're mean Sims, they may randomly pick a mean interaction, and then the next one they're all chummy again. She's getting angry. Getting really angry. I mean, let's mock the outfit, even though... I mean, that is really low. That's probably the best part about her. Even she is shocked about it. Oops. Service announcement, we lost another papaya desperate. I know he's crying. Why isn't he laughing? You did this. Single-handedly. That makes no sense. No more sad. That's what mods are for. I know she isn't sad. She saw this coming. And now she's Final Fantasy 14 through the wall. I find this so triggering that I wish I could burn down the wall. I can't enter build mode. No. Don't stand in it though. I just wish the wall would go away. It's such a stupid place for her to stand. Oh, now I can't start any fires anymore. I also busy witnessing a death, so I can't do anything to avert my own. There's no way to extinguish this fire. So here is the other Zwachtel, the NPC version, aka the Grim Reaper, and he's not doing his job because he's supposed to collect her soul. He's not having it. He's just standing there. So the original... Oh, wait, he is actually working. That's nice. Can't save them, then just fuck off. Now he takes his time. This is where you can plead for her life. Alright, let's do that. Let's see if it works. Let's see if he has any mercy at all. When he asks himself to save her life. It sounds like he doesn't get... It sounds like he spots some insincerity. Okay, well, this can go to the Joy Desperate Memorial site. And that's it. This is how a vampire kills people. Because basically he just pissed her off with his boosting of her anger. And then... Oh. They were predecessors, it would seem. Who was this? Oh. Anyway, I really should not have started a fire on that wall. Because I don't think I can extinguish it. I don't think it can spread. And I think I'm screwed now. Oh, it burned out. Oh, okay. That's not what fires normally do. Well, this is all that remains of Papaya Gorges. That and the urn. This is how... This actually should be remembered. This is what you should be remembered for. Is someone telling me to come to work after I just lost my precious friend? Then maybe his husband can take over. Okay, so bye you guys. I got responsibilities. Bye. Leave the memorial up to... You know what? It will be easier to put her in the yard. With the household proper, which means I need to lock Juno. I feel like my thoughts and logic are all over the place because I know exactly what's happening. I know exactly what is happening. I know what's going to happen. and it's absolutely stunning. But I don't know if you can actually follow what I'm rambling about, because I knew exactly how this would play out from the start. Except for the fire, I did not know how that would play out because I never started a fire with a cheat in a wall before. So is the afternoon shower still happening? Is the rain still going on your Papito Island? She is grieving. She's wounded about the loss of her friend. Look at her. That is the face of a devastated woman. Okay. Oh well. Oh, she's gone. Oh jeez. What a bother. This is how you process your loss of a dear friend. Never mind, Death hasn't even left the house. And this insensitive bugger is just salsaing his ass off. And apparently he's flirting a little bit with his husband's Grim Reaper form. Also the club name. But this one is just family cleansing and plasma and drinking organs. I think a drunk orgo is a term for someone like a really excessive drunk. A drinking organ. As in a church organ, not an actual organ in your body. We have the memorial site to set up. Don't we? Don't we, Hennies? Oh, fuck. I forgot to put a tombstone. Yes, exactly. I don't want anyone to clean up this plate, so I'm going to make sure no one can reach it. This is just a ridiculous place for planter box. Here they still tried a little bit, and then they try. And here it was just straight up. Someone got a heart attack halfway through designing the yard. Like, there is nothing here. It's just a complete empty space. I know there are people like that, but there shouldn't be sims like that. There's no excuse in a game that's all about aesthetics. At least it leaves us room for the memorial site. But I messed up because I forgot the tombstone just went to work with Zwachtel 1. Not to be confused with the other one that I called Zwachtel Ostero, just to be able to discern the two. I'm sorry, I'm committed to this drama now. It's just that the relogging in this game, due to the lack of an open world, a little bit boring. At least we get to look at the spin. Stunning. Okay, so back from work and action. Something I don't get is that it didn't turn into a tombstone. This is the grocery market resellable version. I want to... Right. I just really would like to be able to build here right now. I don't know if there's a cheat for it. Anyway, the idea is there. It's the memorial garden. We got it. And we got to see the Grim Reaper. My custom Grim Reaper. I'm gonna quickly be right back for a glass of water. And I think about whatever the fuck I still need to show you. I hope today is not too boring, because I'm being a little bit fussy. Sometimes forgetting that someone is spending time on this and attentively watching. Sorry about ruining papaya, but imagine that if I'm just trying to decorate a bedroom somewhere for a god, like a literal sexy god, I do not need that cockblock jogging by my house. And so I thought it was a good start. However, she will be drawn from the pool, so we will copy her data from the cradle again, as we need her for future death experiments. I did not actually plan that roundabout. I did not plan the Joy Desperate rotary. Vampires have 3 ways to kill, because they can also boost embarrassment and they can boost hilarity. I didn't feel like having her die of laughter after all the pain she caused us. So that was not going to happen. That was not happening. And embarrassment is a bit hard to push her over the edge with, whereas if you piss her off, you still have a few interactions that you can make things worse with. And I think Zwachtel has some sort of trait that makes his interactions meaner or something, because he was very good at pissing her off right off the bat. Definitely not stunning, although the outfit insult I felt was a bit low. That was clearly just to push her over the edge, and it did. Like, she spent so much on that Moschino shit. That is not a cheap suit. I'm not sure if it exists or not, but if it would exist, it probably does. It's several thousands of dollars. So I think that she really felt fucked with. That not even that could save her from mockery. Yeah, okay, water.
Close to heaven. Și acum special pentru aceste cărți. There was a monkey in a tree, reading a bit of poetry. So close to heaven. You know, monkeys are not allowed to read. Close to heaven. The poems made the monkey dream. The poems made monkey's behavior extreme. So close to heaven. Monkeys are not allowed to be extreme. Close to heaven. Angels were passing by, learning how to fly. Monkeys are not allowed to fly. Angels were passing by. Angels were passing by. The rain was hard and cold and wet, and the monkey was upset. So close to heaven. Monkeys are not allowed to be upset. Peel the banana, it's made in China. Meet Loredana, she's made in China. The song Na 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 is made in China. Carlos Santana is made in China. You can reach Nirvana. Here in China. Eu mi-aș băga granița în raniță, țara în raniță și gata. M-aș stabili lângă o altă graniță, le-aș scoate din raniță și gata. Eu mi-aș băga
Wait, they were clapping?
viața în raniță.
Yeah, they were. Because it's just a small private performance in a library, I think. Or just from the sound of it, it's like 3 people and 1 person's holding a camera, filming her. I'm still looking for Mabogo.
He lived on his boat from Timbuktu. We won't go, and they're right. They will return. Mabogo recognized Mary by her beauty mark on her belly. You recognized me by my beauty mark on my belly. That's an indecent attitude, a rude attitude, a cannibal attitude.
She rolls the R even
Maybe
more
don't
in this.
remember.
Rude.
Sorry, I have a bad memory, but you wrote me about our baby. Maybe? What baby? Oh, poor little boy, he's dead. It was a girl, that's what you said. Oh, you're Mabogo from Togo. Poor little girl, she died too. I'm not from Togo, but Timbuktu. Mabogo, that's you? That's really you? Are you really from Timbuktu? Pierre's Woodolax is from Timbuktu, and he has a beauty mark just like you. You recognized me by my beauty mark on my belly. That's an indecent attitude.
No idea what the
A
story
rude
is.
attitude. A cannibal attitude.
I just know that Mabogo has a
Mabogo, the king of
rude
the cannibal
attitude.
kingdom, decided everything about our freedom. He said, you're free to stay. You're free to go. Just do what you want to do. Thank you. 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 Thank you.
I cut off the original version because it had a very long violent intermezzo. So you did not get to the thank you part at the end, and I wanted to cultivate your culture. You can look up this performance yourself. It's called Habitus Sonor. Let me just send it for you. There's a jump scare in it. She manages to pull it off single-handedly without any special effects. She manages to jump scare the cameraman at some point, just to warn you. She used to have she's not as old as she looks. Let's put it like that. She's not as old as she looks. That makes her all the freakier. The fact that she looks 20 years older, like she sacrificed some of her life to the Void Lords for some old god. And when I saw her first clips, she still didn't have all gray hair. But the vampire form in Sims, I think, did. And turned out she just changed into her dark vampire form that we saw the other day, more and more in real life as well. Ooh, ghost. So that was spoopy. Very spoopy. What are these titles of previous streams, by the way? Look at this. Papaya simply becomes music. That's a reference to what Ford says before he lets himself get shot through the head. Iconic wall decoration goes undercover. Yeah, you may listen to her while you're gardening later on. Papaya no tanjo to fukushi toshi. The birth of Papaya and her revenge and her death. So we're back. Does it show? Does the game show properly? So last time, I don't know if you finished watching the previous stream already, but last time I stopped when I decided that. Also, oh my god, it's so much easier to focus on talking when I'm logging this household and not just playing in real time with all the madness going on. Thank you for saying that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Does it show now? Or is it the black screen? So yeah, without cats and dogs, white tiger, Shiba Inus pooping on the living room floor, I can focus hopefully a bit more on my narrative and my cornerstones. Good. Grow house decoration incoming then. So last time so yes indeed. So last time I said we were going to decide who goes where, but I already decided this for you. Don't worry. We're going to have Grafterio. He needs an easy name, like Gravos. And Grafterio can be his Kapu name. Gravos and Renlo will be sharing a bed. Gravos is quite submissive despite having a very mischievous personality, so they go well together. Wonder and Varosha can go in the other one. Now, Wonder does not sleep a lot, so Varosha doesn't need such a big room on his own. So I think this will be Varosha's room, and let's make it red, like his hair color, because no one else in this family has red hair. So we're going to make this room red for Farosha, and this room is for Renlo. So we're going to make this room his hair color, so we know who goes where exactly. I'm gonna keep this layout though, I like it too much. So that doesn't really work. But let's say Grafos has black hair. So that gets eclectic. Is this the Aloha spirit? Mixing of styles. Some gothic, tiki, pop art shit. This makes me puke. It gives me motion sickness, and it don't even need to rotate the camera for it. Yeah, the bets are not going to happen. I don't like patterns that are too busy. So let's start with Renlo's room. So give me a suggestion. I'm showing you all the wallpapers. And you can give me a suggestion. Would you like wood? Would you like regular wallpaper like this? Would you like something funky? Would you like something subdued? I mean, I really like this stuff. Another blessing from Moschino, as if their outfit for Papaya wasn't enough. Their contributions to the Papaya Memorial website. Papaya Memorial site have been tremendous already, but they keep blessing us with other assets. This is more like stucco shit. Is that even what they call it? The red abstract one. I like this one too. It's very manly, the red, black, and white. So that works. I'm not gonna use this one here. This is a specific kind of painting. It just needs a different environment. However, I do like slots a lot. So I'm going to... And yes, they did change. The painting is not possessed. It's just a different swatch. Probably going to keep it somewhere. No one cares what this looks like though, because there's absolutely no space here to even look at it. So, the floor itself, this is a marble, I think. But I don't think that's very suitable for that room. So what style could work? Wood is nice, if not a bit inconsistent. This is some modded carpet that, as I told you last time, the wrench shows that it's a mod, and you can tell that without it, despite all the packs, there's just a sorry lack of floor patterns. At least, not all floor patterns, but specifically carpet. Just if he's feeling particularly artistic, but I was looking, I mean, I'm looking for some personal touch. And maybe you can think of a color or type of pattern that would suit him. Or the floor. Because it kind of sets the mood for the room. Could be neutral, bit white or yellowish. I think that would go well with the wallpaper. Like I said, I wouldn't really go for tiles unless he's really fond of rocks or cold stone under his feet. Something neutral. So there's something that does not really contain all his personality, so we can put it in the decorations. That is Bruin's thinking. Okay. I think this could work. Or are you more fond of a carpet? As I see that I already used this here. Just a fan of the ease of linoleum. It's alright. I mean, the floors in this game are really nothing too fancy. I think this looks good actually. And it's a mod, so it's superior to the default stuff they have in this game. Oh. So... bed. I think they should sleep in a single two-person bed together. Right, this is the pack that introduces killer beds. But the killer beds are not really fun, because NPCs tend not to use them. At least they don't tend to fold them up again. Well, this looks like a cute tiny bed for Gravos. And for when Renlo's feeling particularly big bro-ish. No. He's not allowed. Monkeys are not allowed giant beds. On the same scale, in the same scale house. So, this is Riffy's toilet. It's inconveniently placed in the bedroom of his sons, but, you know. The bed or the toilet? The bed had a Hawaiian print on it. There was an island living bed. It was a cabana one? What do you call this? Like, was it this one? I'm gonna have to wait. 3. This is the one that came with island living. I'm not sure if that is actually the theme you want to go with for a room with mosquito walls, though. The one I made giant. The one I made giant. I can pause and go back in time to see what it was again. It wasn't this one, right? I would like this one actually, color-wise. I just really clicked the first thing and did not register what I made giant. That is just so normal for me. I mean, the sun seems to be a theme that runs through Renlo's decoration style. But that bed is no good. Well, actually, there are model variants of it. But it doesn't really match because it's just too organic looking. The sun has too many tentacles. This looks a bit creaky. I wouldn't want to sleep in this. I like this one. Again, it's modded, so it has a more mature vibe to it. And actually same colors. Just watch this. Well, not that creative either, but let's see if there's a red that matches, but yeah, I guess. Bro, are you okay with this? Just waiting for a bit. Okay, good. We'll move on to the next phase. Lamp. This is a similar style to the living room actually, because it's also from the diesel stuff. I think. I don't know why this keeps doing. The windows keep disappearing. Remember how I said I patched the game because I thought that it would fix this glitch in build mode? It's still there. No, but there was a lamp in diesel stuff that would fit this aesthetic. This one. Broken windows. Yeah, well, if only they were shattered, that would be interesting. Far beyond the capacity of what this game can apparently render. Much better. Oh, right. So the one redeeming thing about the Tiny Living Stuff Pack that was the most recently released $10 waste of money and a bunch of CC, basically what you get. Just a bunch of items, which you might as well download from others. But one of the additions was a door that I liked. And I wanted to ask, is it worth it? Is the door worth it? I mean, it is a really nice door. A bit small, maybe for this particular environment. But it's a really nice, a dang nice door. A damn sexy door. Not sure if that's worth the crap you get from this pack. Speaking of. For instance, surfaces. Like, this is some of the other stuff. Yeah, I mean, I have the pack, of course. I have everything. But I can uninstall it, because I'm probably not going to use much of it. And you can tell right away why. It just doesn't match stuff. With these weird swatches, the weird wood colors. And the style is nice when it's together, but again, you need to switch to black and white to make it work with anything. It just looks so weird and kiddie. It has a very kiddie vibe to it. I mean, this is okay, but is it worth suffering this for? Worth suffering this goddamn table for with this fluorescent teal color? Well, the worst it does is clutter the catalog a little bit. There's not that much in it, so see what decorations were in it. This is what tiny sound like when they're peeing with me. That's in my mind what they sound. Absolutely stunning. I have nowhere to put it without this thing looking out of place. But it is absolutely gorgeous. What was the joke? Because I might have said something 5 seconds ago. I already forgot. That's the attention span I have when in this mind. Oh, okay. The tiny stuff. I forgot. See, that's exactly the sort of thing I immediately erase. Your leg is still about as long as my goldfish memory. There just isn't much. I guess that makes sense. It's a tiny pack for tiny things. Maybe the stuff that they put in it is just too microscopic. See.
Mr. Giant, please don't step on me, Mr. Giant.
It sounds like Beaker from the Muppets. That's the Muppet with the weird N-shaped mouth, the pink one. The very elongated head. I'm gonna spray some warmth or some heat spray on my arms. It sounds like a flamethrower. It kind of is. It just loosens up my wrist a little, because this can get pretty intense on my hands after a while. If you're constantly rotating and holding the mouse buttons down. So 1 second. So do you know what spooky sounds like to me? If we're talking about tiny RP sounds, it's that's spooky for you, but that's cuter, I guess, than. You know what you sound like to me, right? That's just like a big heavy thud. Nothing tiny about you. You're a god. I don't know who else is watching the stream, but I just said they were god. I mean, it's nice to get a where else do you get compliments from a streamer like that? Huh? So do you agree with this? What I call a tabouret, it's not. They call it a poof? That's not what it's called in English normally, is it? What do you call these things again? Like, a poof, yes, but I don't think it's a common term. It's not a normal term. I know that in Romania it's a tabouret. I don't know why I specifically know that, but I don't speak Romanian. I'm just gonna... A beanbag? I find it a beanbag. This is another lovely... I'm just gonna Google it, and I'm frustrated about it. Poof. Ottoman. Of course. How could I forget? Because there was a reviewer that mocked one of the stuff packs. The hamster stuff pack. Or my first shitty pet stuff. And he made a joke about an item. Yes. A man, they call that. So there's that item. I'm gonna search for it. Look at how much. This is all DLC. Everything you see here. Expansion packs, game packs, stuff packs. Stuff packs are 10. Let's say 10 euros each. Is yeah, you can bet your ass on that it's euros in for us. Even though a euro is more expensive than a dollar anyway. Okay, so you got like what, over 150 here, and then this is 20 each. The game packs, no one understands what's the difference between a game pack and an expansion anymore, but expansions are twice as expensive. That so it's more like an expensive pack. So I need to look for my first pet shit. Then no, not an outdoor. This is adorable though. I mean, I don't like the stuff pack that much, but I keep it anyway because it has that big flat bushy thing to sleep on for your pets. Hamster pet furniture, no. Where did the hamster go? It's worth showing. See, that was worth the 10 minutes I wasted on searching for it. I want to base a new NPC on this expression. I don't know how I'll do it. There is a hamster suit, but it doesn't quite capture this desperate expression. So the streamer said, the reviewer said, this looks like a hamster swallowed an ottoman. And he's right. I mean, it does look like that. But I did not know what an ottoman was, and I thought he was talking about the ancient Turkish people. So I was laughing really hard, misinterpreting the joke. It's still a good joke, but it's even funnier if you realize that an Ottoman, you know, was someone from the Ottoman Empire, was an old name for the Turks. This is not going anywhere, but you know what? We can give it the gift of fire. I know what it is. Yeah, it goes at the bottom of the bed as well. But I don't know who... I think only the really tall, riffy kind of guy would ever put his feet on it. I have to say that this hamster, it does look like it has smelled some particularly horrible, rancid feet. And he was not made for it. He was not ready for it. Spin, 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 spin. Okay. I would like to make an NPC like that. I don't know if it is that flexible. Maybe The Sims 2 is. Renlo, you know the rules, right? No setting furniture on fire. Oh, it's hot. Oh, what happened? Can you not go outside? You can. I think Riffy's god powers are preventing him from starting a fire. But Berlayev says, go ahead. I could use a smaller pile, but that would ruin the aesthetic. There you go. He's just warming our friend. Very nice. Starting a little bonfire. He's dancing to the sound of the fire. Poor Ottoman. That poor Turkish guy. He was not born for this. He does not deserve this. First ingested by a hamster, now set on fire by Renlo. I'm a little disappointed by the physics in this game. I think Renlo is precious. Why can't he do a fire dance, but he can't do this bizarre non-dance? Renlo, what do you need to do the fire dance? Do you need this out of the way? Because you are going to do the fire dance, even if I have to destroy your entire bedroom for it. You will dance. Just like Akane for the Shogun. Even after I murdered your Ottoman friend, or try to at least. Amateur! Look at your shirt. You're supposed to be a god of fire of sorts, right? You're asking for it, Renlo. You're intentionally trolling me. I'm shrinking your room until you dance into the fire. Finalabo, fuck you, Berliath. That's what he's saying. I'm disappointed. I wonder if the hamster is the factor. I don't know, why does he need so much space for a fire dance? Look at me just restructuring the whole house so I can see this. Do you hate me? Renlo, do you hate me? Because I will punish you. Do you want to be part of the Desperate Memorial site? I don't know what. Why not? You know him best. What am I doing wrong? There's plenty of space to dance. There is plenty of room. Okay, that might be a bit rigorous. And the problem is kind of that this lot is very full. But I can't try to bend the rules a little. He can't play with it, but can he freaking dance? Oh! That's a rude attitude. A cannibal attitude. Just wanted to point her out. That's her. Look, Wonder is not making a stinking problem of it. Maybe now that he's seen Wonder do it, he's also a pro at this, even though this technically should take years of practice. Although Sims just like to set themselves on fire, or just dance in the middle of the road where they can also be hit by a car. No problem. It's not a deadly interaction as far as I know. I don't get why Wonder is doing it. Is it Renlo? Oh, Renlo has no way of going downstairs because I shrunk the room and he's no way of accessing the stairs. No, he's fine. And yeah, it does seem that they need a lot more squares than you can actually see. You need to be at the edge. Oh. Don't worry, that's just a pop out, not real. That's what you get for not practicing with the Ottoman. I think his dance skill is not high enough. That's the only thing that determines whether they get burned by it or not. That seems like a cheap sort of programming logic they apply to this game. This looks very eco-friendly already. I just kind of wanna burn a lot of stuff to get the satisfaction of countering the eco-living pack with goddamn hippies. Not up. Oh. This thing never caught fire, did it? I can't even set it on fire with a cheat, so that's how powerful it is. Powers of the ancient Ottoman Empire. Watch over the hamster. It's not gonna happen. It isn't happening. It is just how it is. An entire wall got swallowed in the process. Another victim of the Ottoman. Another victim of the hamster. The bed kind of aloha off somewhere. But for the most part, it's still intact. And now I don't want this cursed poof or... You know, that's an accomplice of the Ottoman now. It's cursed. So what else are we gonna put here? I would suggest a desk. Now this is a thing that I think Tiny Living can help us with. Nope, it can't. Look at this. It looks like an elementary school thing. It's horrible. Yeah, it's a desk of one tile, but you can just use a one tile table. Like, this is normal. This is what I would expect, but it's a mod. I'm going to burn Tiny Living alive. It's bad enough I have the Ottoman in the game. So I'm just gonna use a table, I think. Doesn't look great either. Then I'm gonna use the mod. Wait. Where's the desk department? What about this? I don't think Renlo would read books this size. Another one tile desk. From the hamster pack. I mean, this looks awesome. Well, I think I'll just go with a wider desk. Instead of choosing from the very limited Jean Delane-like options for one tile desk. I like this a lot. Are you still there, by the way? Let's get a sign of life, because I may be asking you for feedback while you're already in the yard. Okay, good. Any thoughts on the desk? I agree. Would he want a gamer chair? Or would he want a regular, as regular as possible looking chair? This would not be a comfortable desk chair, but it looks okay. A gaming chair for the boys. This is the EA game changer sort of chair for all their female builder simmers that always tend to find something they appreciate about their craft. So what color? Gamer chair it is. I don't have one either, but we really should, just as a status symbol. You know what else you don't have? And you can live vicariously through both me and them. There. Not the best size monitor. I mean, this is a very small screen for someone that uses a chair like this, but then again, we don't want to encourage them to spend too much time just playing the same 2 seconds of footage of the game that they will go through over and over and over if they're gaming. I can fulfill your fantasies as much as you want. And you get a PC, and you get a PC. Oh, no, we're out of tables to put them on. Oh. Anyway, that was a lie. Only Gravos gets a PC. This is the only part that really matters, the clutter and the decorations. So... a nice beverage. Drink some detergent while gaming. I like this, but I don't like it for them. I can make decisions for Gravos because and it tends I mean they have similar tastes probably in a lot of ways. La 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 la. I think they like to experiment with stuff. So they may want this somewhere, I just don't know what surface this would go on. I can use a cheat to reposition it, but it would make more sense on a table somewhere. We're just going to leave this, we're just going to suspend this one for a bit. So it's good to have extra weapons in your room. Would they use any of these? Just leaving this here until I see a response. I don't know if they would use a bowling ball. And I mean, this looks more like a vandalism starter pack. Starter pack. Oh, okay. I think this is a perfect decoration for them. No children's bedroom is complete without a borrow of petroleum or deadly chemicals. I think this is a pesticide. Borrow. You know, I feel like this clutter really should go under the bed. You only should see the shoes stick out. This is how they clean up when Riffy comes upstairs. Oh wait, the shoes can't be too tiny. That would be an insult. Yeah, Dad. We clean up our room. Nothing to see here. Now I also got something to put this on. It's a bit too small. I'd rather have this at the normal size. Okay, so... I think this works for them. I mean, if they were regular teenagers, this might be experimental drugs sort of set for them, but they are most likely trying to reproduce Riffy's farts in capsule form, or you know, just crafting stink bombs or inventing new shrinking potions to administer to their classmates. No. Taste of art. Why would they? They are the art. Do they have any interest in science? I mean, you are a science guy, a hard science guy. Doesn't get harder and more abstract than math, so... I prefer anything with red. So I think it's like, it works for them. They're just using science in a slightly less practical and more obnoxious way. Like against science against humanity. The science of pranks is the worst combination. Wanda's room is becoming eclectic, and I just have a feeling a lot of this stuff is actually going to stay there. So what are we gonna do with this? Oh god. I actually used this somewhere. And it worked. But at the same time I'm still like, oh god, this is just when they went randomly Caribbean. Out of nowhere. No, he's fine with it. He's more of pranking people by batting in their skulls. You know, is that a word? I'm just going to go ahead for some variety, go and see if Wonder has any. So this was Wonder and Varos. But Varus gets to sleep there. Yeah. It's like an inspiration room already. Actually like it one-on-one. This is actually perfect. It doesn't need to match at all. This is not a base game feature, by the way. They haven't invented bunk beds yet. Not even with Tiny Living. Because Tiny Living is actually rip-off living. They did have this bullshit, beds that it can drop on your head and kill your sim, and 9 out of 10 times cause them injuries that make them uncomfortable. But bunk beds? Who is she? This is Sims 1 clown music. I mean, you have to admire some of the creativity that went in the original game. Just the whole idea of it. And then also the jazzy and orchestral soundtrack that is just very unapologetic. I find it somehow very hard to settle on a bed, but maybe that is the clown music that instantly seeps into my brain. I actually would like to have another bedroom. So where would it go? I would really like it, but I mean, I'm quite creative, but with the current space, I don't see it happening. But here's the new bedroom. Let's see how much we can actually work with, how much space. Do you see the rippling from the heat wave in the basement? It affects the grid. The heat wave affects the grid underground. That is some real realm of magic stuff right there. So I can't build a... Oh. I mean, this is a respectable size. It's definitely not stunning. I have a mod that is supposed to disable weather effects in build mode. I use that for the longest time. I don't know why it's broken. I'm not going to say that on stream, but I agree. Yeah, I was afraid it might be a little tricky to get this to fit. Oh, oops. What? Okay. Oh, just don't be such a fusspot. Holy heck. You're making me British now. There was a monkey in a tree, reading a bit of poetry. So close. This is not going to fly, is it? No, it's not. Kinda. I mean, if you time this jump well, you can make it across to the back door. These are some advanced physics. I don't know if I was prepared for this. Especially not because if I make this eject into the fountain outside, I get an error that you just see, and that is a frustrating error, and it's terrible, and it's shitting on my day. Yeah, okay, it doesn't want to go here, even if it did. See, it can't go here. I would really like it to go here on the side, modestly and politely, just one square, but you can see it doesn't go. It doesn't fly. This is such a waste of space otherwise. I'm not going to sacrifice this. I do know that. This is stunning. You know? Some things are just too stunning, you don't mess with them. That would make things worse. If I would unbend them, I don't think it would fit anywhere. However, basements are just too cool to give up on, you know? Even if I don't have a lot of space for it here, because of all the water on waterworks. Because Riffy needs a lot of space for his urinating, for, like he needs a large reservoir to piss into. Let's see. I mean, this is stunning. Ideally, you can go the other way around. So what do you say to this? Like, enhance that image. Sims can't actually fall down halls like this, but I like to act like they could and then make it more realistic by adding rails to everything. So now this is like the art chamber. And we have an extra bedroom, just like that. We had to, really, because this is a massive household. This is 7 Sims. It's 1 dog and 6 people. So, and then there's this whole place here that, due to the fact this place is designed, just is all for show. Plus all the water. No real backyard. I'm not gonna change that much. I just like the whole exterior design. It is decadent, but it's also a little bit pretentious because it doesn't leave for much space on the inside. You mean like this is going to be the only stairway? Yeah, I don't think there will be a second one. There could be another room here. In which case, I guess this could be a bedroom because it's a bit bigger, and this could be like a shower or toilet. Does this still make any sense? Where's the beamer? This is like the construction site lighting. I'm excited about it, so it's good. Doesn't sound excited at all. That's because I've been talking for 2 hours. I mean, it could be wider. If we're adding rooms. Doors may come in handy as well. It's not all Final Fantasy 14 stuff. Provisional doors. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna do that. This costs money and increases the bills. I know you can fit. You don't want to fit, but you can. This one. No, okay, that wouldn't work because upstairs it would also have a 2-tile gap. Okay. I do like this better from the front, from the top, I mean. But I don't like it better downstairs. Also, let's stay consistent here. Do we still have heat waves here? I thought for briefly I saw some musk waves. We can call it that. It is really narrow though. I'm not a fan of that part. I'm going back upstairs. This... I wasn't prepared for this maze. I'm going back to the art room for a bit and amuse myself. No. I think it shouldn't have curtains. I mean, over time I will still add more crap. Obviously. This was still outside from when the Ottoman... so from when we tried to burn the Ottoman. No. Should leave that alone. Riffy can't see that. Or else he's gonna stomp the whole house. Let's put an easel here for one. Wonder is very good at painting. He'd make thousands of poker dollars a day. Am I not allowed to use this one because I cheated to get this? Rough rust. Get the hell out of here. I don't want the rough rusty easel. I do not accept crusty references. Here you can just paint the same view every day. And every painting would be a masterpiece and a success. It's not, I'm not joking, that actually it doesn't matter what the fuck he paints. He could just take the same screenshot every time and or of a piece of wall or anything blocking his view, and it would still be a masterpiece. Activities and skills spread out across 20 million packs. Okay, I need to stop complaining about that. You know, I don't have a right to complain about it. Considering my unique circumstances. He likes this one, but it's a bit too big. Can make some graffiti art on the wall with it. I think like our friends like to cycle around on the balcony. You could say so, that there at least there were packs. Nowadays, not even that. We're just complaining about a pack that is still going to be released after half a year of absolute nothing. You know what they would probably do? Now that we're in. First of all, this is fun. Everyone is a soccer player. I know they play soccer inside around the chemical barrel. I don't have any doubts about it. They also probably play basketball. Did something is missing. I agree with that. I agree with what you just said. This is also perfectly safe. Just take a step back for that perfect aim. I just like the idea that they play basketball. I shouldn't say baseball, but around all these tall glass windows. I don't know why it won't go any lower. Those last few tiles are always some kind of death trap here, because the truck might just hit you and drag your corpse away. You know what? Maybe they should just go elsewhere to play it, because this house does not have much room for it. They'd always be standing in the water. I mean, this is the only place probably where there's 2 tiles for this long. Right next to the TV. And guess what happens when they miss? They either probably throw it through the window, break a window, or, you know. Oh dear. Maybe Riffy hung it up so he has an excuse to punish his sons when they mess up. And this is some real shenanigans. Do you want me to hang it here, like... Because they were gonna end up having to play it like this if they get punished. It doesn't really get in the way of the TV. I'm going to roll with it. I just want them to play. I just want these boys to have fun. It's healthy. Pomeroy probably hung this up and was like, yeah, but... Oh, the bottles of wine! Even better! What? What is this? Yeah, I can see Pomeroy being the one that hung this up in the living room, because it's good for their sons to have some fun and exercise, and they used to having that in their old house, which had a massive basement. But then it's actually around all these glass and breakable objects, and it's gonna be stunning. They just have to throw in the hoop. They're not supposed to be losers. Like there's no rule against them playing basketball in the living room. Absolutely none. Just against them breaking shit and being just sucking at the game. That's unforgivable. What about this vase? Or maybe something else that looks particularly breakable to increase the challenge. The shrinking ray. If they hit it, it gets activated. Ten bottles of wine on the wall. 8 bottles of wine on the wall. It automatically fires if the ball hits it, and it goes straight through the glass. Or if the glass breaks, then all hell breaks loose. Yeah, it's like, if it gets hit, not only... it probably wouldn't break, it probably wouldn't shatter. But it would go like... and it would be very effective. Like, this, even this flat carpet texture would have would be a really high force the moment after it gets shot. Get hit by it. But anyway, let's see them play it. Let's see if they're motivated enough now to you know, to not make any mistakes. To be winners. We don't have time to wait for that, so we're just going to speed things up. Wee. Oh boy. Oh, this would just go right. This would be a shrinking ray incident. This would be the end of Renlaw already. See if he fares any better. Oh, oh. Oh, he's lucky that one vanished. He's lucky animators are so lazy. I have a feeling Renlo will fuck up even more, as if he's not microscopic enough by now yet. Like, maybe now he's mouse-sized? Oh, okay. Oh, he did right. It's pretty badass. He's still in the game. But Grafos still needs to fuck up too. I'm not accepting this. I'm just saying that the ball shrunk because the laser got activated. Which means it also got fired at these mirrors. And then, oh, look who's standing there. So indirectly, Grafos is shrinking his brother. This is quite a saga. Look, he knows what's coming to him. And he's blaming Grafos for it. Oh my god. Yeah, The Sims 4 is good for one thing, and it's making up your own story because it doesn't have anything to tell. But if you're a storyteller kind of guy, it's kind of good because The Sims don't do much. themselves. You can just invent. You can just make up what they're doing. Like a fanfic. So, just taking off my shirt here. I got a little bit steamy from all that basketball playing. The soccer ball also feels like a missed opportunity. Like, where would they definitely not be allowed to play with the soccer ball? You know? No, not around their dad's priceless computer. Anyway, I don't want to milk it too much, but I do love this shit. Yeah, problem is there's nothing breakable yet, so let's see. What else is priceless? The priceless ice cream decoration collection of Pomeroy's, who is also, aside from someone who takes questionnaires, a pollster, he's an ice cream vendor. I don't know if you actually got that bit of lore from him. I thought I saw Nom Nom somewhere. Oh yeah, Nom Nom Inc. Okay. It's weird how selective my brain is with spying certain things. This looks cute. It's not something they can ruin, but I think Pomeroy has all these super sweet things. He likes cute things, partially sarcastically and partially for real. He also likes dumb things and to put them in the spotlight just to mock them. For instance, this. I'm learning it myself in real time right now. I'm just channeling him. But the ice cream part is actual canon. That was his first appearance ever as ice cream vendor. So I'm quite pleased with myself for having this mod of the most hated stuff pack in The Sims 3 converted to The Sims 4. Only because I know Papito likes sweets and ice creams, and actually this one is in the dome that I showed you earlier, which feels like an eternity ago, but it was still the same stream, wasn't it? Just upsized a whole damn lot. Oh, oops. Yeah, there it is. Oh, it can be a little bit bigger. It looks like a person he turned into an ice cream. Like, instead of shrinking them, he also made them an edible decoration to add to the humiliation. Pomeroy is also a Nord, so he should have some Scandinavian. You got a point there. They're too easy to avoid. And they're so precious, you know that? They're just so... Oh, these flowers. They only blossom once in a million years. I need more surfaces. Weird word, surfaces, by the way. It's just like, I get it. It's a surface you put stuff on. But for us, it's just everything is shelves. Or, we call everything a closet or a shelf, basically. It's much simpler. Precious flowers. Gorgeous flowers. Stunning flowers. Flower stuck in the wall. I keep typing vase. Why is that not a thing? A vase. It is a word. I knew I didn't make it up. Oh no. That's some glass jar I'm seeing. It's the flower of the imperial family. It's a gift from the kami. And it's blossoming now, and it's blossoming here. In this phase, and in this phase only. Holy shit. This looks horrible. But it is something Pomeroy would do. So... I never said he had a good taste in interior design. But let's hang up something classy that Riffy would pick, because I think Riffy would actually care a bit more. Just to add a bit to the multi-ethnic clusterfuck that is this game. I mean, you're playing The Sims 4 or not? A woman in my lobby? I really like these. They're probably conversions. Nope, they are fan-made entirely. Oh my god. That is stunning. This, I don't know what this is. Can you explain this to me? Is this from the next expansion? Is it meat? I think I know what this is. Let me put it like this. It is a warning. It is a warning to all those who enter here and break the rules. They may end up as slices. Are you actively pondering what it is now? You may, but I already gave up. There's some dramatic wallite I wanted to use. If you want, I can just stop anytime Grandma is at risk of, you know, stumbling over a centipede. I mean, this is specifically meant to highlight art, this light. To emphasize how precious it is. I don't like that light. I mean, we may have a shelf full of ice creams that are breakable, but we're not just gonna have that toilet light there anymore. Have some class. Much better. That was a bit high up, even for Riffy and Pomeroy. So I just apparently ignored 63 of your messages, but I read them all. This is not how you go to the toilet. It's just literally shitting his pants. Which makes me wonder, did he already put... Yeah, you know what I mean? No, he's still here. He's got it coming though. What is his mood? I'm gonna be in my dad's pants while he takes a shit. Oh. He's not Kiawe yet. That's actually not canon. So we're going to cheat. No, he's not good at everything. He's not Maeve. Let's make him dance at least as good as Furby does. Now he can fire dance properly. Not that I'm going to, because I already deleted it, but oh well. On the other hand, why not? Why not? Why not a fire dance thing here? I don't know even why these chairs are still here. Oh fuck, the stairs got deleted here. Just like that, while we were messing around in the basement, stairs. The stairs took the stairway to heaven. But worry not. They are retrievable. They are replaceable with a different host. Okay, watch him complain a million times about not being able to dance and then burn himself when he finally does. Let's see. Let's see if he does right. No, he can't. Well, there have to be stairs, otherwise they can't go anywhere. They definitely can't jump down anything that's higher than 20 centimeter. We've just been here. I'm not going to go through this again. I decided he is now a god of dancing. Roughhouse. Ruff, ruff, ruff. I've already done this a million times and I still like this particular animation. Just look at how happy it makes the dog. Does Munchie ever get so happy when you play with them? He's so happy, I think he drooled all over the floor. I think that was actual drool, because it disappeared when the animation was over. I never noticed that before. Or maybe it was peeing himself with glee, which is okay. Like, woof, 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 psh, woof, woof, psh. Yeah. Varus is contemplating the death trap, but he's not quite sure. He feels confident though, but that might backfire. It's a bit too confident and fuck shit up here. Yeah, but this was actually just playing with them like actively and not just petting. Which makes me wonder if that's something your doggos would be up for at all. Or if they would just fall asleep within seconds of playing like he was doing just now. Making them jump and stuff. I feel this is missing something. Still. Other than more eclectic art. Maybe a mini fridge. I actually don't know if they have that. They should. Yes, they do. Of all the things that they failed to include, at least University had most of its shit together. So, mini fridge. I'm also getting a little sleepy now. So any ideas would be... Oh, I see. Keko likes the rough housing. I want to do that with her. But if you do it with Keko, would Munchie get jealous anyway? Because I know he doesn't want it, but it's attention, you know? Oh god, I moved so much shit around here. And just like that, the air conditioner is back in place. It's non-functional anyway, so that's one blessing we got from the fact that most of the items are just decorative and don't do anything. Maybe books. Yeah. No, this makes the room too kiddie. Well, so we'll do the other bedroom next time, but I can put down a bed for the other guys, at least in the basement, wherever they end up using. I'll probably have some considerations of my own here next time. I'll just do this in my own time sometime, because this could take a while to fix or change in as far as it's possible, but I just really don't like this corridor on corridor stuff. I'm gonna fix something here. I need to figure something out, what could work. But at least we can have an extra bed here. Wonder is a fan of green, but not this green. Or any of the greens they use in the game. Let's just go with something safe for now. Just so we know, okay, there was a bedroom here. Oh, this is good. Did this just straight up open up an option? Imagine Renlo using the sledgehammer to and accidentally deleting the floor. Oh my. Oh. So, okay. The corridor became a little bit less horrible. More bathrooms. One more rooms to have tiny cities in. They were singing some weird mock Chinese language in The Sims 3. It was kind of funny. But they were like, once they learned a Chinese song, they were singing it all the time. So then every time Yaruk went showering was and it was just this very short song. At some point I was like, yeah, I get it, you bloody weep, you went to China. We get it, you learned those 2 lines of a song. You're not special, stop it. I know the lyric. I know exactly how it went. It's not the lyrics, but I prefer it this way, just because the downstairs makes a bit more sense that way. Okay, so we got a bedroom here. We got ourselves a bedroom. We got ourselves a bigger hallway. I say this is a success. Save for the fact that Wonder can't sleep in a bed in his current state. Because it's one of his vampire weaknesses that we need to fix at some point. Yeah, I'm just gonna wrap this room up a little and then I'll probably take a break from streaming. And from the day. This makes for some weird optical illusion. Is this a man or a woman? Because they're not gonna have a woman here. I mean, this is not to be a dick, but this is a boys' room, you know? Let's say it's a man then. Unless you want a different decoration there entirely. Just go for this. It's a bit confusing like that. This is even more confusing somehow. I know this fits here well. I feel like I already used this one before a lot. Like just downstairs, I used the poster. Oh, it's a different one. In which case... that looks like freaking Bob Pancake. Nope. Nope. Woman! Okay, would Randall put this up on his wall? No, it wouldn't, because the orange and the red don't look good. Yeah. I mean, this feels genuine. They could actually have a separate gym downstairs, but this is just, you know, for quickly lifting several hundreds of pounds. Just, you know, lightweight exercise. Just like jogging. Woman! Woman! Oh, she's big boobies too, doesn't she? Woman! Wonder likes this shit, but I don't know if... You know what? This is his room. And he can do... Oh, you know how it goes. Do you want me to say it? Do you want me to quote her? Quote Maeve? I just... He can do whatever the fuck he wants. Okay, that came out badly, but I will probably say it a million times more in other streams, so he can do whatever the fuck he wants. Including putting up gay porn art. And a woman that is side-eyeing the door very shadily at everyone who dares enter. And that is definitely, I think, enough to repel Grafos and Renlo from entering, because they'll be like, what is that creature? What is that? I've never seen this before. Ignore the Romanian singer and Dolores that may walk by, but you know, they don't see a lot of women, so they're pretty scared of them. They're not misogynist, they're misophobic. Genophobic. Wait, how does that work? Misogynophobic. But this is actually a portrait of Wonder in drag, which he probably would do. Probably has been doing that since he was 6, like in this picture. it's Juno Birch. Getting late. Now we know her. She was in the game all along. It's just came alive. I'm kind of a fan of Fence. What about you? It's just that... Oh. It doesn't have light in it. No, it looks weird. With the light next to it. Mirror, mirror. Kind of pointless. Wonder is a vampire. He has no reflection. There's a fact, which is sad actually. Imagine that. He looks good. But I like this mirror, so. This is a wall you never see properly. But exactly because of that, I decided to challenge the doctrine and invest in the 1,000,000 mirrors to make it epic. An even bigger waste that we will never see it. RIP. Probably should have set the color if I wanted to change it before and then duplicate it instead of afterwards. Also, who said we should stop at that? I definitely didn't say anything. Stunning. I mean, this has some class. Yes. The hall beyond. Well, probably not. I mean, I wouldn't like to know. I mean, that would be sad for Wonder. To be confronted with his own soullessness every time he goes to his room to practice art. But maybe that is actually the sort of mindset he wants to be in, you know? Just realize that he is a void, he does not exist, and everything has a higher purpose. Everything is just creation. He's just there for... Oh, okay. You know, Wonder's not the only one with an identity crisis when you enter this room. Oh my god! What are we looking at? I feel like it's time to visit the other house briefly. What is funny? Oh yeah, sorry, I should probably have given you a warning. This is, I don't say this lightly, and you never hear me say this often, but this is an absolutely stunning tree. I can't lie about it. It is really beautiful. And this used to be in the hallway, actually. Instead of these lackluster, sorry-ass excuses for palm trees. Oh well. Those are good boys, but I would play Rough House with them. Jesus. Oh, it's purple because Riffy likes purple, I guess. Yeah, I don't know why I said it already. Oh, glorious. This is glorious. Oh, hell, the Titanic. What? That's a weird name. All hail the bread tree, anyway. All hail the maple tree. Iris be blessed. Do 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 do. Sacred. Kapu. Don't call this tree Maeve. You can do whatever fuck you want, man. You can't just go around and insult this tree. It's a male tree, first of all. Respect his personal pronouns. And it's a very kapu tree. Maybe this is an exaggerated fence. Maybe a fence is exaggerated entirely. But I respect the fuck out of this tree. And this tree can do whatever the fuck it wants within this one exact square tile it will ever have to live in. It's another one of those holy trees that absolutely none must touch. Isn't this the Juno Birch absent-minded music, by the way? Are not allowed to even scratch a leaf on this tree. Oh, wait, wrong redhead. No, stop it. Is he clipping? I'm pretty sure he's clipping through the leaves. I'm trying to catch him red-handed. Oh boy, he about to do it. He about to do it. The way he's lined up, the line of sight between the boxing ball and his fist is interrupted by those sweet rustling maver trees. Yes, now it is a maver tree. I can say it. You know, he's punching his own destiny in the face. He's only knocking himself out. He is defeating himself and etc, etc. The metaphors just keep continuing. I still feel like he's not convincingly punching enough. I know he is very fussy about the fire dance. Yeah, I was afraid that might happen. He called on. He's on to us. I wouldn't mind placing the tree a little bit more here, but then it would upset the balance. The exact, you know, the exact measurement. from the sides. Well, I think it's sneaky enough. It works from the sides. No, the sacred tree is in the way. It was in the way just now too, you verbo. That's like a redhead himbo. I love making fun of Renlo. He's adorable. He's the best. Okay. I do love the tree though. I'm going to make more trees. More baby trees. Maybe one here. Someone deleted the fence. Beautiful. Maybe... No, I think the pink is just so well chosen. I don't know why the stairs and the fence outside have their own sentience. Their own AI. How much money did I burn through? Do you remember how much Poké Dollars I had before I started doing this? I think at some point it was at 83,000. But I don't believe that I only spent 30k on all this beautiful stuff. He's too smart for his own good. For my entertainment value. Not next to Daddy's beloved jukebox. So this is the third time that the screen is going yellow. Which means that it's been 3 hours since I started streaming and I'm still going strong. I may have lost the plot a while ago. But I am entertained. I don't know about you. I'm lukewarmly entertained. I need more water, by the way. But first... Sure. I think that we are just easily entertained, and that's a blessing, really. Let's be right back. Let's be right back. No, I'm having fun here. I just need an audience. I live for the applause. Anyway, I really need some water because my lips are getting parched. And I'm becoming a bit too stunning, so see you in a moment. beep. Advertisement as well. I mean, honestly, just misses the purple when it seems. It's not here. Fake house. Fake house. Juno Birch. I like how the cow plant lady's just smiling as a man is fed to her cow plant. This really should just show without the stupid long pole. No. Oh right, yes. Sorry, I'm an amateur. Hold on. I will set up a surprise for you. Before I switch back. Do you know where you are? Do you know where you are? That's right. Bring yourself back online. I think the lag is increasing, by the way. So this was the Juno Birch that is smiling her way through a cowplant advertisement. Man, those stinky socked feet of Riffies really have a far stretching effect on the environment. Feel the rippling going on? People in those flats, they're all suffocating from his feet right now. From that fucking sock stink. I'm sorry, it's getting late. Oh! I am visiting! It's Broly. You see that? You see that mother of... No, you see that father of God? Holy Father of God, it's me. I hope he doesn't fuck up with him. I don't think even Renlo has the balls to do that, to be honest. But... You want to test lag? 1, 2, 3. Lag. Did I say lag? I send it when I said lag. He's getting frisky right away. Don't mess with Broly. Oh shit! That's really increased. Okay, fuck you, YouTube. I'm gonna restart. I mean, it's been a million hours anyway, so I'm gonna restart stream right now.